Welcome back to Wave of Docker. This video is episode 13 of Waves Faves, taking on NFL Week 16. Last week I went 8-7, so we're standing at 72-69 overall. Still pretty mid, so let's hope we can improve upon that. Like and subscribe. Let's get into these picks. First up, Rams Saints Thursday Night Football. I'm going with the Rams. I don't know, the Rams have been playing some pretty good football lately. Beat the Cardinals last week. Almost beat the Ravens 2 weeks ago. Matt Stafford slinging it. Puka, Cooper looking good. And the Saints are just kind of, a black hole. Like, they're just, I don't know, nothing really positive is coming out of that organization since Drew Brees left, honestly. That's my hot take. I'm taking the Rams. Next up, Bengals Steelers. I'm taking the Bengals. Huge divisional game, obviously. A lot of playoff implications. Bengals, big win last week. Steelers, big loss last week to the Colts. Jake Browning. It's looking like he's him. You have to wonder, is he going to take over the starting spot for Joe Burrow next season? Or is some team going to spend a lot of money to make him their starting quarterback? I'm going with the latter. I think Jake Browning's going to be a starter somewhere because a desperate team is going to shell out a lot of money. Like, I don't know, like New Orleans or something. I'm taking the Bengals because Jake Browning is him. Next up, Bills Chargers. Chargers lost by like $60 million last week, and the Bills had a pretty big statement win against Dallas. So I'm taking the Bills. I think the Bills are on an upward trend. The Eagles beat them, and now they're just playing like it's nobody's business. They're actually, playing like the talent on their team is supposed to, which is pretty cool. I like Josh Allen a lot. I like the Bills. So I'm taking the Bills in this. I think they're going to win by 30. Next up, Colts Falcons. I'm taking the Colts. I miss you, Shane Steichen. I miss you so much. I miss you, Gardner Minshew, honestly. I just miss that offense, and it's making me sad. And the Colts are playing good football, so I'm taking the Colts. Falcons, another black hole team. I think Arthur Smith is going to get shot in the head next week if he doesn't hand the ball to Bijan Robinson like 10 times, which he's not going to. He's going to, continue to run his terrible offense, but I'm taking the Colts. Next up, Titans Seahawks. I'm taking the Titans. The Seahawks will have Geno Smith back, I'm pretty sure. I saw like an Adam Schefter tweet yesterday. It was kind of a bummer. I'd like to see Drew Lock and Will Levis battle it out, but I'm taking the Titans in this one. I don't know. The Titans are just kind of fighting to stay afloat in the AFC South. I don't know if they've been eliminated yet. I don't think they have. So, they're still fighting for a chance. So I'm taking the Titans. Backs against the wall. Next up, Vikings Lions. I'm taking the Vikings. Nick Mullins didn't really look that good last week. He kind of stayed in the pocket too long and had like some pretty ugly passes. Like he keeps throwing I don't know. They're just not, the Vikings are just kind of playing like poop since Kirk went down. But I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. I think they're going to, that's another backs against the wall thing. So I don't think they've been eliminated yet. They still got a chance. And the Lions, they tend to, I don't know, I feel like they play down a lot. Like, they have a really good record, but I feel like they play down to their opponent. That's my hot take, so I'm taking the Vikings. Next up, Jets Commanders. I'm taking the Jets. The Commies have looked terrible in every other game besides their losses to the Eagles, which is kind of funny that they've only really looked good in losses. But that's the Washington Commanders for you, so I'm taking the Jets. No further questions. Next up, Packers Panthers. Panthers got their second win of the year last week, and the Packers lost against my better judgment. I was a little bummed about that, but I'm taking the Packers this week. The Panthers can only really win if the other team just does everything in their power to lose. And I think, are both of the Panthers wins against the Falcons this year? I don't know. I forget. I'm taking the Packers. Next up, Texans-Browns. I'm taking the Texans. Another backs against the wall situation. Texans have been playing good football. I don't know if CJ Stroud has some concussion protocol. I don't think he is. I think they're going to have him back this week. So with that in mind, I'm still taking the Texans. But the Browns, they're 9-5. They're fighting. They're staying alive. AFC North is a very interesting division this year. It's like last year's NFC East, or the NFC East of old. What happened to our division? Moving on. Next up, Jaguars Buccaneers. I'm taking the Jags. They're just going to bounce back. They lost to Baltimore last week. I don't know. Trevor Lawrence, I don't know how he's even playing on that ankle. I feel bad for him. They're hopping him up on painkillers, but I'm taking the Jags. I don't know. I think the Bucs are just kind of mid. Next up, Cardinals Bears. I'm taking the Cards. It's gonna be another pissing contest. Both these teams are pretty mediocre, but two talented quarterbacks. But both of these teams are kind of black holes again. Like not really anything of note has been happening this year. But I'm taking the Cards. Next up, Dolphins Cowboys. I'm taking the Dolphins. Oh, dude, my eyes are so puffy. I'm taking the Dolphins. Both 10-4 teams. Both some pretty high-powered offenses, but I'm taking the Dolphins. Next up, Broncos Patriots. I'm taking the Broncos. I think the Broncos still have an in the playoffs. I think that's fun. Just looking at how they were, giving up 70 points and now having a chance to be in the playoffs. I think that's fun. So I'm encouraging that. Go Broncos. Next up, Chiefs Raiders. I'm taking the Chiefs. The Chiefs, they got a nice turnaround win last week against New England. Things are trending up for Kansas City after those back-to-back losses, so I think they're going to continue it and, put the Raiders back down to earth after their big win last week. Next up, Eagles Giants. I don't even know. I was going to do a video talking about the Eagles' struggles, but I think I might just do it on my podcast. But lost 3 straight games to 2 really good teams and then a team that's okay. 10-4. We're still, we clinched the playoffs. It just sucks. It's just a shitty situation, but we got Giants, Cardinals, Giants to end the year. We got to win out. No other option. That's the best case scenario. That's all we need to do. And it starts with beating Tommy DeVito and the Giants on Christmas Day. My hand looks big. That's weird. That starts with beating them on Christmas Day. So please, for the love of God, win. Please. Christmas present to me. Santa, please. Go Birds. Beat the Giants, win out. Go Birds, go Birds, go Birds, go Birds. Finally, Ravens-Niners, Monday Night Football, Christmas Day. Pretty big game. I need the Niners to lose all the games they can. So go Ravens. That's the one time you'll hear me say that. Please beat the Niners. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.